Good afternoon, dear students. This video is dedicated to the rehearsal of one of the tasks involving the mathematical calculation that we have been talking about for the last 3 weeks. So perceive this kind of video as a rehearsal, some kind of repeating of the previously studied material. So that's one of the tasks that you may find throughout your economic journey. Just a sample. The Ecotech Electronics company manufactures and sells high-tech electronic devices. To be honest, we're not interested precisely what kind of devices this company produces. Never mind. They incur fixed cost related to their headquarters and manufacturing plants, and variable cost that change based on the number of devices produced. What we're really interested in is that this company incurs both fixed cost and variable cost. Pretty easy to comprehend. Fixed costs include annual headquarters lease, $12,000, salaries for engineering and management staff, $15,000 per month. Please pay attention to these numbers. Equipment depreciation, $5,000 per month. And as for variable cost, this company bears electronic components cost $20 per device. You remember that fixed costs don't change based on the number of units produced, while variable costs are the costs that change depending on the output. Assembly labor, $10 per device. Quality control testing, $3 per device. So you may find these kind of tasks within your assignments in the future, and roughly up to 6-7 sub questions within these tasks. To be honest, they're pretty easy to comprehend. Don't be afraid of these 7 questions, because the most of the questions, roughly 4 of them, they depend on the answers you will obtain previously throughout your calculation process. So sub question number 1, total fixed cost for the year. You have to calculate them. Pretty easy. So since we know that fixed costs include annual headquarters lease, salaries for engineering and management staff per month, and equipment depreciation monthly basis. So everything we have to do is just to sum up all of these costs. So annual headquarters lease, $12,000 given directly. So it's something that is paid annually, on annual basis. So there is no need to change this kind of number. However, we know that salaries for engineering management staff are calculated on monthly basis. So in order to understand how much money the company is paying its employees on the annual basis, we have to multiply this number by 12. So in the result, we have this number, $180,000. Equipment depreciation, again, monthly basis. Everything you have to do is just to multiply this number by 12 months. And in result, we have $60,000. So don't forget to bring your calculators. Pretty easy. Everything we have to do is just to sum up all of these results. $12,000 plus $180,000 plus $60,000, and in the result we have $252,000. That's your answer. This is completed. This task is completed. Question number 2, you have to calculate the total variable cost for producing 500 electronic devices a month. In order to understand how much money the company is spending in terms of variable cost for producing 500 units of production, we have to understand the total variable cost per unit. In this case, we have just to sum up all of these elements. So electronic components plus the assembly labor cost and quality control testing cost, $20 plus $10 plus $3, and in result we have $33 per one device. And everything we have to do is just to multiply 33 by 500 devices, and result we have $16,500. Done. Sub question number 3 involves the calculation of the total cost, which include both fixed and variable, combined for producing 500 electronic devices in a month. So we remember that in order to understand how much money the company is spending on a monthly basis, we have to take into account that some of the fixed cost numbers you received are calculated on annual basis. But we know that the annual fixed cost is $258,000. Everything you have to do is just to divide them by 12 months, because it's is the number that defines the cost on annual basis. In order to understand how much money the company is paying on monthly basis, we have just to divide it by 12 months, because there are 12 months in 1 year. And result we have $21,000. It's a monthly fixed cost, remember, it's not the end. And remember that total cost incur both fixed and variable ones. We know fixed ones on the monthly basis, and everything we have to do is just to sum up monthly fixed cost with the total variable cost for 500 devices. So pretty easy. We know this number, total variable cost, this one. So 21,000 plus 16,500, and result we have $37,500. You received your answer. Sub question number 4 involved the calculation of average cost per device for 500 devices. We remember that average cost for 500 devices mean the total cost for 500 devices divided by 500 devices. So pretty easy. So average cost, so here we have the total cost, this one for 500 devices, divided by the number of output, 500 units. In result we have $75 per 1 unit, remember. If we're talking about the total variable cost for producing 1,200 electronic device a month, pretty easy. So absolutely the same process we have been running through on the step number 2, with one slight difference. Here we had 500 devices, here we have 1,200 devices. You don't have to repeat all of the calculations again, since I already know that you have done them on within the step number 2. And by the way, you don't have to rewrite these information within your task, because it's something that is already given in your question list. So $33 multiplied by 1,200 devices. In result we have this number. So that's it. So question number 6, sub question number 6 involves the total cost for producing 1,200 electronic device a month. So total cost, we remember that these kind of costs involve both fixed and variable, but in this case we have just to calculate them for 1,200 devices. So pretty similar process that we have been doing within this step number 3. Monthly fixed cost plus total variable cost for 1,200 devices. We already know this number, this one, and we already know this number we have calculated within the step number 1. By summing up all of these numbers, we receive $60,600. Pretty easy. And sub-question number 7 involves the discussion how the average cost per electronic device changes when the production is increased from 500 to 1,200 devices. So in this case, we need to understand how much money what kind of cost in terms of the number the company incurs when it produces 1,200 devices. We need to calculate average cost per one device. It's pretty easy. We have just to divide total cost for 1,200 devices. This number, we already received this, divided by the number of devices. And as a result, we have $60,600 divided by 100 to 1,200 units of production devices, and in the end we receive this number. So what kind of thing can we see right here? We already know that average cost per device when a company produces 500 devices is $75 per one device. If it produces 1,200 devices, it's gonna be roughly $25 less. Why? Because as the production increases, the average cost per device decreases. The result is the following. The fixed costs are spread over more units, reducing the fixed cost contribution per device. And that's why companies are trying to spread as much of the fixed cost as possible over the output. And that's why there are more and more companies over the world working so hard, mostly not closing their plants even at night. So that's the end. If you perform these kind of calculations, I'll be more than happy. So good luck within your journey. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. You'll still have the last opportunity to contact me within my office hours that are gonna take place the next Monday, the 25th of December, from 12 up to 2 p.m. as I remember. Thank you for your attention. Have fun.